All right, my dear friends, how's everyone doing today? It's a wonderful Wednesday. Oh, well, the first day of the next to last month of this year. So we are here, it's November, the 1st of November, and today is the ADP employment change day. And the news has already been released. It got released just 15 minutes ago, right? So 15 minutes ago, and as I can see that the number came out a little bit. Well, basically the number came out worse than expected. Not significantly worse, but yet it turned out a little to the negative side of things. So, my dear friends, my dear audience, how is everyone doing today? And are you prepared to do some trading today with me? So, my name is Thomas, and I've been trading and analyzing charts with Olymp Trade for almost 10 years now. Been here with Olymp Trade since almost the very beginning of the company. And basically, that means that I've been with Olymp Trade for almost 9 years. So will you do FTT today? Yes. My primary goal today is gonna be the FTT, the FTT trading, and basically FTT kind of activity on our platform. So, dear traders, do you have some some questions, maybe something that you want to ask me? Because I will be very happy to answer your questions should you have any. So, hello Arafat, hello ATBI, and hello Spark Razor. So, today's strategy is going to be a strategy called RODEO, and this strategy is actually one of my I shouldn't say this, but it's not really my favorite strategy. It's one of those strategies that I don't really use that much, and I mean, I don't really have anything against this strategy. It's more of a fact that you cannot fit in your, like, usually if you are an experienced trader and once you've traded for quite a long time, you just don't have room for all the strategies that are present on the market. So you cannot be analyzing charts with, I would say, all the strategies that are available there. So at some point of time, you have to become a little bit sort of picky, and you need to start basically selecting wisely. So you don't wanna you don't want to sort of include everything in your trading arsenal, but instead you wanna maybe choose wisely what strategies you use, and it's just impossible to use all pretty much all the strategies that are available on the market at any given time, and you cannot pretty much put more than, say, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 indicators maximum on your charts. So it's not really that the strategy is not my favorite, but it's just the fact that there are so many different strategies, and at some point of time you just basically have to choose, right? You cannot be trading with all with all the strategies, with all the indicators. So you have to choose wisely at some point of time. Nonetheless, we are going to talk about this strategy today, and let me go ahead and enable this strategy. So I go here, I click the strategies tab, and here it is. Right, I scroll down a little bit and I find it here in the experts section. So here it is. Well, first of all, I would like to give you a little bit a brief explanation about this strategy and what this strategy is all about. As you can see in this strategy, we have basically 1, 2, 3 indicators. So some people refer to the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks as a standalone indicator. I usually refer to them as just a different type of candlesticks, Japanese candlesticks. But some people basically consider them as standalone indicator. So all in all, we have 3 layers of confirmation. And well, first of all, it's the Heikin-Ashi candlestick. Next, it is the MACD indicator with the standard properties parameters of 12, 26, and 9. And the last but not least is of course the stochastic oscillator. And here in this stochastic oscillator, well, also once again, it comes here with the standard parameters, so we don't change these properties at all. Nonetheless, of course, one can choose their own properties, and you can basically select these properties just as you want, just as you wish them to be. So you can modify this so you can experiment. The point is that when you trade, and especially after you've traded for a little bit, you realize that there is so much room for experiments, for experimentation here in trading. And probably a sign of an experienced trader is basically when a trader starts analyzing charts and starts basically changing the basic parameters of indicators. So trying to find your strategies that works. So, sir, please share some knowledge about price action trading. Well, I would say that in every webinar, I do share some knowledge about price action. It really is a part of my trading arsenal, and I'm going to be doing this today as well in this webinar. So it'll be, of course, mostly FTT trades with the emphasis on the RODEO strategy, and a little bit of price action as well. So price action, trend analysis, and so on. So guys, first of all, let's go ahead and open a few trades with this strategy. So I want to give you some signals first, and then once I open these trades, we can talk a little bit more maybe about my forex trades, and we can talk about the Crash 300 index, the new index, which is a new addition, a recent addition. I've had some nice trades with the help with this indicator. So guys, first of all, my first trade would be here on the on Cricket 23 index. So this trade is in the upwards direction, and as you can see, we have this signal. The first signal comes from the RSI indicator, from the stochastic oscillator, and we have this moment, we have this, let's call it pattern, right? So we have this pattern where basically these two lines, they cross. So the blue line crosses the red line here. So blue crosses red, and this happens in the upwards direction. And we have this change of color as well, which is an additional layer of confirmation in this strategy. Right, so once again, first layer of confirmation comes from the stochastic oscillator. The second one comes from the MACD indicator, right? From the... been trading too much, and too much is in my head now. Okay, too many trades. I'm thinking about too many trades. I'm thinking about the upcoming FOMC trading, which will happen tonight in probably in under 5 hours. So this is going to be a very interesting day, and also I'm already thinking about the NFP non-farm payrolls, which are due on Friday. So a lot will be happening this week. Now, once again, the signal from the first layer of confirmation is the stochastic oscillator. The second layer of confirmation, or the second signal here in this strategy, comes from the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, and then the final one is from the MACD indicator. And what we want from the MACD indicator is that it doesn't have to be like kind of crossing this middle line. You just have to give us an upwards signal, and this upwards signal basically happens when this area of this indicator starts going upwards, starts moving upwards. So in a way, it signals that we have up trades coming up, and we have more of a bullish sentiment rather than the previous bearish sentiment. Alrighty, so let us move on to the next chart, and why don't we just go ahead and open a trade on this Digital Dragons Index, which I think is only available in Thailand. So we have a number of different regional indices that are only available in certain parts of the world, so they aren't available for everyone. They are just available for some countries of the world, and this Dragons Index is basically one of them. Now, here's the thing. The main purpose of this webinar is not really maybe so that all of you copy my trades and sort of gain some quick win here in this hour, but instead it's more about teaching you a strategy and providing you with some food for thought and basically learning some new ways which can benefit your trading activity overall. Right, so here is my signal. Once again, change of color here, the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks confirmed by the stochastic oscillator, and then we also get this final confirmation from our beloved friend, the MACD indicator, our good old friend. And yeah, it's here, it's this one. So yeah, guys, that is it. So let's move on. Yep, Mahajantar index. So this index is available in India only, and yeah, once again, all the patterns are there present, right? So we have this crossing of the stochastic oscillator elements here. This crossing happens above the 80 line. Next we have this MACD signal, which basically is now crossing, or it's about to cross the middle line here, the 0 line, and once again it's the change of color here on the Heikin-Ashi candlestick on the chart itself. All right, and we are moving on, continuing on to some next charts. So trying to find a signal. And after my next trade, what I want to do is I want to mark this as a favorite one, and hold on, GBP USD, so the pound as well. And then I would like to briefly talk about my current. All right, so let's go ahead and try this next index, Europe Composite Index. This index is definitely available for everyone on our trading platform, and as you can see, this crossing happens below the 20 line, below the 20 level, which is the right signal according to the basically the canonic rules of this indicator, the the stochastic oscillator. Change of color again, and basically MACD is above, or was above, or still is above the middle line, and it's still like points upwards. What is next? All right. And my next index is here, Asia Composite Index. So, my dear friends, I want to talk about my trades today. So, first of all, let me give you some, well, this classic trade. When did I open it? Like 6 hours ago, I think. Yeah, at 10 in the morning. While I was just looking at the chart, I mean, this was such a beautiful signal. Brent dropped from its 93 highs of last week and down to $85, which is another strategic level. And given all the unfortunately bad things and really unresting things that are happening in the Middle East now, so this in fact was a very like deliberate signal and deliberate setup, and I'm pretty happy to have opened this trade because it's not just I'm making profit here in this trade, and pretty significant profit, but and more importantly is that this this signal is basically such a great combination, like the very classic, the very, well, just, I don't know, I don't really have the words to describe it, but basically it's the perfect combination of fundamental analysis put together in action with technical analysis. So the fundamental analysis alongside with the technical analysis, and it just works wonders. So it's a wonderful signal. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that I opened this trade. It's kind of like a perfect combination of all the factors that sort of kicked in the right place here. Alrighty, so and what else? What was I going to show? Okay, so my trade on Euro USD, I'll talk to them. Made mistakes. Okay, I acknowledge this. Made some mistakes. The main mistakes is that I didn't do management of this position, and then it's quite interesting that I made. I mean, this is an unbelievable result. So I wasted a little bit of money yesterday trying to sort of understand how this crash 300 index works, and I sort of figured it out. It does work well on higher time frames, because before that I was just doing these 1 minute trades, and then I sort of applied those technical analysis patterns and plus $8,000 or plus 800%. So we need to basically subtract, deduct around 4,000 that I had lost before, and then that's my pure profit. One of my biggest days. I mean, even though I've been trading for a long time, many years now, still a day where I make more than, say, $15,000, it's not really something that I have on my daily basis, on a regular basis. It does happen, and it usually is, I call it like this, like a big day. So it really is a big day. It's not something that I have happening like all the time. So let's move on. Let's open a few more trades, because I want to show you, I want to demonstrate to you how this strategy works and how you can benefit with this strategy, how you can analyze charts, and maybe some of you will include this strategy in your trading portfolio. So another question here from Sabir. For Forex trading, which time frame would preferable to use to see? Well, obviously with Forex, you want to be opening trades, sort of aiming at, well, I would say it's definitely at least, it definitely has to be at least 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. I look at charts from like I get this bird's eye view on the chart. So I look at charts from different angles, from different directions. I look at daily charts, I look at weekly charts, especially when it comes to investing long term in stocks. So when you trade stocks, it's like crucial to look at the stock's history, because you want to know the history of that. And I mean, this stuff applies, the same rules apply to Forex trading as well, to currency pairs as well. So you've got to do that, and yeah, that's what I do. So 1 hour, and then I go down to 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and then maybe 5 minutes. So you do that, you decrease the time frame when you want to find this particular setup, because sometimes you just want to get the best ratio between your stop loss and potential profit. So that is the only reason why we sort of analyze all time frames, because otherwise, I mean, 1 hour time frame would be like all professionals those who invest in long term, I think they only use daily charts, 4-hour charts, and 1-hour charts. I don't think many of the professional hedge fund managers, they go somewhere below 1 hour. So I just don't see them like doing this analysis of less than 1 hour. It just kind of doesn't make sense at all. Like yeah, I mean, why would it make sense? It's like your horizon of investment equals weeks, if not months. So anything that is below 1 hour is basically market noise. You might still want to do that with some overnight trades with I would say swing trades. They are, yes, you can go to 15 minutes, but when you trade forex, you don't really want to look at anything below 15 minutes. I think maybe. Like, I mean, you can do it, but it's not really. It won't really make any benefit or contribute to better analyzing charts, because it's just such a small time frame that you basically don't really see the it turns into market noise. So 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame, 15-minute time frames, all these time frames, they are very much, they can be applied with like 1 minute trades, the kind of trading that I'm doing right now. But here's the deal: you can anytime switch to 1 hour time frame, and then you have the same strategy. And basically Mahajuntar right now pointing upwards, it's a clear signal with this strategy. So the bottom line of our strategies is that all of them can be applied to various time frames, and you can basically analyze them with different time frames. 1 minute, ranging from 1 minute and to 1 hour, 1 day, and even weekly and even monthly. So because another axiom of the markets goes like this, of technical analysis, is this: the markets or the charts are fractals. So this means that the same patterns, they work with pretty much the same accuracy, no matter if your current time frame equals 1 minute or if it equals 1 hour. All right, so let's have a quick look at my trades so far. So I started off with 1 losing trade, then I had 2 profitable trades, then I had, okay, so it's 3-2, it's 3-5. So 3 losing trades and 5 winning trades so far. And then I have these 2 trades, one on gold and one on Arabian General Index. So here is a question: why Olymp Trade doesn't have a leaderboard? Well, that's a good question. We used to have this thing, this feature on the platform called leaderboard. At some point of time, we basically took it down. I don't really remember what was the reason. We sort of wanted to modify it. We wanted to redo it and to sort of change the logic how traders get on that leaderboard. And then basically, yeah, we took it down and we never got it back to the platform. So, I mean, I'm also quite excited sometimes. I want to know, am I like, so my profits, my recent profits, my yesterday's profits, my today's profits, okay, it's still unrealized profit, but still, nonetheless. So my yesterday's profit, so am I somewhere near the top 10 traders of the platform? I think I'm not, because probably we have more, like we have pretty big traders that I know, and a profit in the size of say $10,000 or $15,000 per day, it's not something like that you can impress someone. I mean, like if I went to Wall Street, I imagine if I went to New York City, and I went to Wall Street and I was like, yeah, look at my profit. In one day I made $15,000. And I mean, like I can only imagine what kind of look they would give me. Well, obviously they would ask me for my statement, my trading statement, and then they might be impressed by this because even though I don't have like a lot of big profits, like huge profits, like enormous profits, but my trading results are very stable. So I keep trading in the so-called in the zone, so the so-called trading zone, the comfort zone, and it's not that comfort zone where you basically stay all the time and you procrastinate, but it is another kind of comfort zone, which is called the comfort zone of trading, where I stay relaxed most of the time, and sometimes I wish I were making like a lot of profits. I wish I would already be like making say $500,000 per month in profits. But I realize that it's a little bit. It requires me also risking somewhat around 100,000 maybe dollars per month or something like that. So I'm trading in my risk comfort zone. I'm not trying to make all the money in the world. I'm pretty happy with how much money I take from the markets every month. Not every week, of course, but every month, or during some months, especially during certain months, because during certain months they are your killer months when you can basically make like a lot of money, right? So those months they don't happen often, and sometimes you just cannot get from the market more because it's just a slow market and it's a sideways market. But during certain months, like say February, March of 2020, and other months, certain months, there you can sometimes make more than you've made in your previous a year. So those months they happen, but also there is a lot of volatility and other factors affecting those trades, because if the market is not moving, then you can overtrade, but that is not going to lead to good results in your trades. All right, so so far today my today's success equals 60%, and that basically includes a few trades that I opened before this webinar, and those trades are two trades that I basically opened on this news, so the ADP employment change, about 1 hour ago, 1 hour and 15 minutes ago, and I guessed the direction right. So something else that I want to remind you, my dear friends, is that this week is the earnings season week. I think it's week 3, right? So we have Apple posting their earnings reports tomorrow. So Apple's market capitalization is $2.67 trillion. It is the most expensive publicly traded company in the world. I'm not sure about Aramco, Arabian oil company. I don't really watch this company and I don't really know what their market capitalization is. So Apple is either number 1 or number 2. Huge company making, I know they make more money than they can spend, right? So Apple has a problem that many of us wish they had. They don't know, they don't have the time, they don't have enough of the projects where they can put money, because they just have so much money sitting in their in their pockets. So I heard news that Olymp Trade is illegal in India. It can be banned at any time. What's the truth behind this? Well, we won't get banned in India because, well, physically we are not present in India, and since we are an international company and we operate online, basically, and we are regulated. You can see our regulations and basically all the necessary data about Olymp Trade on the front page, so olymptrade.com/home, and you can find all the information that is necessary to you, that you would like to know about our company. And trading is legal, and the only thing is that in certain countries there are certain local regulations which basically can say, I mean, like, they cannot say that it's illegal, but they can provide recommendations whether they recommend, you know, sort of investing, or some agencies, some government agencies, entities, they can sort of say like, yeah, we don't really recommend, you know, trading or investing, and you know, things of that nature. All right, my dear friends, so I have around maybe 5 more minutes for this webinar. Well, we started off with pretty nice trades, and then unfortunately recently, as you can see, some of my trades have closed with a loss. So this strategy, like I said, even though I'm not saying that it's a bad strategy, it's not just the strategy that I use that often. Nonetheless, I really consider this strategy to be a very interesting strategy, and it's definitely worth your attention. So the combination of, once again, the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, the MACD indicator, and the stochastic oscillator is one of those very interesting combinations that is definitely worth your attention. So what expiration time you use? So talking about my expiration time with this strategy, so the rule is very simple. I use duration of 3 minutes, or another rule that I oftentimes use is I multiply my current time frame by 3, and that is how I get my default duration of trade. So if in this case my time frame equals 1 minute, then duration of trades would be 3 minutes. So it's a very simple logic. So 1 minute multiplied by 3 equals 3. So in case my time frame of analysis equals 5, then I multiply it by 3, and my default duration time turns into 15 minutes. Alrighty, so yeah, and like I said, here we can use this strategy with multiple time frames. Like, for example, I can see that a new fresh signal has appeared on this chart, and we can open a trade into the downwards direction, and the same can be done. The same rule, the same principle can be applied to any chart, any situation, because like I said, we have these the market is fractal, right? It works as fractals. Well, one final thing that I want to talk to you is today's economic calendar, and like I said, we have this big night in the United States. So FOMC statement will be released in about 4 hours and 30 minutes. This is going to be a very so FOMC statement together with Fed interest rate decision. These two releases are going to be released at in about 4.5 hours, in a little bit under 4.5 hours. So definitely it's worth paying attention to. So yes, and I will take the final question from the chat. So here it is. How do you control your emotions while trading? Any recommendations like exercise? I've traded for many years but facing difficulty in controlling emotions. So two main factors or two main things that you can do in order to control your emotions. So thing number one. So what you can do is you can basically, well, doing your writing down your like doing your trading journal. So having a trading journal is the prerequisite. Next thing is analyzing your trades. Every morning you want to look at the chart before and you want to see, okay, so this was my trade. Was it a good trade? Was it according to my strategy, or was it just some emotional trade, some random trade which I'm not really proud of? I still, so many years have passed since I trade, and I try to look at it because every stupid trade basically it not just takes money away from my pocket. It basically destroys my motivation, my discipline. So I look at this from this wider perspective and I try to basically get the most of my trading. And then my third piece of advice here would be to if you are not comfortable with your current level of risk, basically do the following thing. Go to the least possible amount, like say $1, and then go back to like say 1 minute and start opening trades, because it's a very classic thing from psychology. How do you overcome the fear of spiders, arachnophobia? Well, one of the best practices is when you start exposing yourself to spiders on a daily basis, and at first you do it from afar, then the next day you move one step closer, then the next day you move 2 steps closer, and then after a while, in a few days, you don't even notice, but you are already holding spiders in your hands. Okay, so it works like that. It really works like that. It's doing it's like, how do you eat an elephant? You cut an elephant, you cut it into small pieces. So it's a like common like proverb or expression. So how do you complete a big task? Well, you need to divide it into small parts. So the same is true with trading. So you try trading with small amounts and then gradually increase, go from one, then the next day you go from $1 to $2, then you go to $3. That's it. I mean, that's probably the best way to do it. I don't really see any other strategy, in fact. Right, my dear traders, this is gonna be it. We need the changing colors feature on phone app as well. Well, thanks for this feedback. I'll try to I'll talk to our developers and I will see what we can do about it. With $1, how many trades can you trade in a day to grow small capital? Well, I don't think you can make a lot of money with $1 per trade. Obviously, it's just pure maths, pure maths and statistics. So I would say you need to gradually increase. So trading with $1, it's not really something that can make you rich. It's basically, I would consider this as just a part of your learning process. So all the money, all the real money, the big money, is made obviously with big trades, big sizes. So you cannot become rich. You cannot. I mean, yeah, if you have say $100 in your trading portfolio and you open 100 trades per day with $1, yeah, you can probably make $20, $30, maybe. I don't know. Depends on your. I mean, like, you can do the maths. You have 60 winning trades. You have 40 losing trades. So you lose $40, and from those winning ones, you make maybe $55. What's the result? What's the end result? It's around $15 net profit. But imagine you do it with $10. Now net profit equals $150. Then you do it with 100, and then your net profit equals, well, let's do the maths. It equals $1,500 per month, per day. So per 100 trades, or the so-called the cycle of 100 trades. Well, yeah, it's all about maths, and it's all about discipline. So once again, thank you very much for your attention, guys. Wish you good luck with your trades. Do not forget about this big day. It's going to be a very big day today, and wishing you luck. And also, yeah, try this crash 300 index. It's a very interesting one. It basically so here is some logic behind it, right? So the logic is this: you have these green candlesticks which are usually of the same size, and then you kind of have this downwards trade. So the idea is that it grows and then it kind of drops. It grows and then it kind of crashes. So that's the idea behind this. What else I can say about this asset is that this asset has a lot of risk. It includes a lot of risk because it's very volatile, and the multiplier is always 200. So it's quite risky, quite quick. But at the same time, you can make real nice profits with this indicator, with this asset, with this index. So give it a try. Obviously, start with small amounts of money, and then, and basically, good luck. Good luck. Wishing you all a lot of luck with trades, and guys, have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.